Today is Thursday, August 8th, and I'm just wondering how, in baseball, to explain the unexplainable.
And now, a word from our title sponsor.
Are all financial advisors fiduciaries? Fewer than you think. Not knowing could reduce your lifestyle. Hi, I'm Mitch Kramer, founder and CEO of Fluent Financial. A fiduciary is a regulatory term to reduce conflicts of interest in wealth management. A fiduciary always works in your best interest. A non-fiduciary advisor might put their compensation or company ahead of yours. At Fluent Financial, we are certified financial planners acting as fiduciary advisors. To learn more, go to fluentfinancial.com or Fluent Financial's YouTube channel.
Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the perfect temperature, and ensure your home is secure, all from the palm of your hand. Star Power has the experts that will transform your house into a secure, smart home. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Get started at GetStarPower.com. Star Power, where innovation meets home.
What do you want from your favorite restaurant? Fantastic personal service, a cheery, welcoming, spotless atmosphere, and great food. The primest of beef, wagyu and lamb, incredibly fresh seafood, lobster, salmon, shrimp. Hall of Fame food from a Hall of Fame restaurant. 2 locations of Bob's Steak and Chop House, the original Bob's on Lemon Avenue, and the gorgeous new Bob's at Craig Ranch, McKinney.
Before we get to the plight of the Texas Rangers, just a note about upcoming football season. For more than 40 years, every weekend of the football season, I've given out the picks of the poll, and that will continue this year. Many of you subscribed last year, and for those who don't know, if you subscribe, it's only $125 for the whole year. If you subscribe every Friday by about noon, you'll receive in your email my picks for the whole weekend. If there happens to be a pick on a Thursday game, I'll send you that early. Now, here's how you subscribe, and it is so easy. You go to the website, justwonderingpodcast.com/picks. justwonderingpodcast.com/picks. We've had a lot of really good years. Last year we started very slowly the first couple of weeks, then ripped off 10 winning weeks in the next 12. Join us for the picks of the poll. $125 at the website, justwonderingpodcast.com/picks. Now, on to baseball. Texas lost yesterday 6-4 to Houston. Their slide continues further down the American League West. The only reason they're not totally out of the playoff picture right now is that the West is not a tough division this year. Seattle has an offense more miserable than Texas, if you can imagine that. And Houston, which had a disastrous start to the season, has recovered to now be 5.5 games ahead of the Rangers. To give you some sense of how shaky the West is and how good the rest of the American League is, right now the last wild card is held by Kansas City. The Rangers are 9 games out of that wild card. That's right, the Kansas City Royals are 9 games better than the Rangers. Time is running out. There's only 47 games left. There's still time, but the Rangers are trending in the wrong direction. In their last 4 series, all of them 3-game series, they were swept by Toronto and then lost 2 out of 3 to St. Louis, and then lost 2 out of 3 to Boston, and then lost 2 out of 3 to Houston in the series that culminated yesterday. If you're adding all that up, that's 3-9 in their last 12 games. How did Texas go from being champions of the world to stragglers, just hoping, trying to sneak into the playoffs somehow? Well, that's easy to tell you, but not easy to explain. The easy part is the hitting numbers. Check this out. That's this year's Rangers compared to last year's Rangers offensively. Last year in batting average in the entire 30-team major leagues, the Rangers were second. Now they're 21st. In home runs, last year they were fourth. Now they're 17th. In runs, last year third. They've slid to 19th. In on-base percentage, fourth. They've dropped to 20th. And in slugging percentage, they've fallen all the way from number 3 to number 23. Yikes! But what's harder, much harder to explain, is the massive drop-off of good players. Adolis Garcia, Marcus Semien, Lowe, Heim, Tavares, Duran. These are all good to very good players. Now, Josh Young's been hurt. Evan Carter's disappeared. Why? How have these all-stars fallen off the map so? Garcia, Semien, Lowe, and Heim were all American League all-stars last year. All told, they're now 54 and 61 and struggling. If you'd have been told that at the start of the season, you'd have for certain guessed that it was the Rangers pitching that was doing them in. Not so. It's the hitting. And if Texas is to produce some thunderous rally to win the American League West and make it into the playoffs, it's those quiet bats that are now going to have to produce that thunder.
Today's episode brought to you by Fluent Financial, Retire Sooner, Better Lifestyle, by Star Power, Love Where You Live, and by Bob's Steak and Chop House.
Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoy our episodes, please hit follow, and a fresh new podcast will be delivered to you every weekday. And should you know a friend or friends who might like our work, please share it with them. Also, we'd love your questions and comments. We do a question and answer session every 2 to 3 weeks on the podcast. Send us your thoughts on X, that used to be Twitter, to @Norm's Clubhouse. That's @Norm's Clubhouse. Just Wondering's executive producer and sometime on-air contributor is my wife, Mary Dans. Just Wondering's produced by Mike Mattern and technically directed by Tim Ham of Fan Screen Sports. I'm Norm Hitchkus, and every day I'll be just wondering about something.
And I'm Mary Hitchkus, and I'm just wondering